You may take naps because you're exhausted after restless nights tossing and turning. Or maybe you're just feeling wiped come lunchtime because your work is mentally taxing. Here's a look at what really happens to your body, the good and the bad, when you nap every day. You probably notice when you're being a bit grumpy, everything and everyone irritates you. Even the way your colleague is chewing their food or how your partner is breathing with their mouth open. While these things might be annoying all the time, they especially get under your skin when you're fatigued. You may feel yourself starting down a path of snapping at others, and you know you're being overdramatic, but you can't control it. You might just need a good old power nap. According to the National Sleep Foundation, napping helps us feel a lot less grouchy. Napping for 10 to 20 minutes is ideal. This short sleep sesh provides all the recovery benefits of sleeping without leaving you feeling, well, even sleepier afterward. If you nap for a half hour or more, you'll fall into too deep of a sleep, and it won't feel so great to wake yourself up from that. Waking up groggy won't help you feel any less grumpy either, so stick to what the science says. Close your eyes for a few. Feeling like a zombie just going through the motions of your day? According to the National Sleep Foundation, taking a rest can help you become more alert and present in the moment. But that's not all. Study after study shows that napping helps both infants and adults retain more information. This means that not only are you more aware of the information you're taking in, but you also boost your overall memory by napping. If you're feeling forgetful, know that taking a nap can actually help your brain hang on to way more information. Even more so than cramming, a 2019 study published in Sleep revealed. For college students or working adults, napping could just make or break your grades or careers. So the next time you have an upcoming exam or work presentation, put the books down and the slideshow away for just a few moments. Close your eyes and relax into a short but worthy nap. While napping has a ton of health benefits, and let's be honest, it just plain feels good, it could potentially impact the amount of sleep you get at night. Your body and mind need sleep at night. According to the National Sleep Foundation, healthy adults require between 7 and 9 hours of sleep per night. And babies, young kids, and teenagers need even more sleep than that in order to help them grow and develop. Of course, if you're deprived of sleep from previous nights, know you're not going to get much sleep in the coming days, or are feeling sick, you should get even more Z's if you can. If you take a nap during the day, however, you might not feel quite as sleepy when you lie down at night. According to research published in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine, more frequent napping is associated with shorter nighttime sleep duration. Keep your naps on the short side so they don't impact a good night's sleep. Also, avoid napping too close to bedtime.
I never recommend people to nap after 6 to 7 p.m., as that may affect their nighttime sleep.
Napping is good for heart health, according to the American College of Cardiology. Research suggests people who nap for about an hour every single day experience the same kinds of drops in blood pressure that people who make healthy lifestyle changes and use medications often do. For example, reducing your salt and alcohol intake can bring your blood pressure down by 3 to 5 millimeters of mercury. A low-dose antihypertensive medication can also lower it by 5 to 7 mmHg. Similarly, taking a nap during the day is associated with an average 5 mm drop. Study co-author Dr. Manolis Kalistratos told the American College of Cardiology, "We obviously don't want to encourage people to sleep for hours on end during the day. But on the other hand, they shouldn't feel guilty if they can take a short nap, given the potential health benefits." We all have stress: work stress, family stress, relationship stress, financial stress. The list goes on. Sometimes life gets the best of us, and the stress starts to take a toll on our minds and bodies.
I just want to watch the movie.
I'm only going to say this one more time, sir. Calm down.
I'm calm!
The American Brain Society calls chronic stress a silent killer. It can literally knock you out, but a nap a day can help you keep that stress at bay. Since napping can lower your blood pressure, you'll also experience lower stress levels, according to research published by Harvard's HealthBeat. So, not surprisingly, the more adequate sleep you get, the more you can keep your blood pressure down, and the better you can manage stress. If you're trying to lose weight, extra sleep could probably help you, according to the National Sleep Foundation. In fact, over the last several decades, the amount and quality of sleep that Americans have been getting has steadily decreased. Over that same time period, the average body mass index, or BMI, of Americans has increased. Some scientists believe that this connection between sleep and weight has to do with the fact that poor sleep can affect appetites. The neurotransmitters ghrelin and leptin control your appetite, promoting hunger and making you feel full, respectively.
And then there are two hormones, one that makes you hungry, that goes up, one that makes you feel full, that goes down. And all that together, you crave stuff that's not
So it's not just our weakness.
Your body naturally raises and lowers the levels of these neurotransmitters throughout the day, and your sleep routine can throw it all off. Studies have shown that people who sleep less feel hungry more, according to the Annals of Internal Medicine. While napping recharges your batteries and refreshes you when you're feeling blah, it can also boost your immune system, according to research published in the journal Brain, Behavior, and Immunity. A habit of napping may mean you'll get sick less often. Plus, you will recover faster when you do fall ill. Because serious sleeping disorders such as insomnia, sleep apnea, and circadian rhythm disruption can interfere with the healthy functioning of your immune system, taking naps can help. According to the National Sleep Foundation, there are different types of naps, including recovery and essential naps. Recovery naps are for when you've missed a lot of sleep, whereas essential naps are for when you're feeling under the weather. Experiencing a bout of writer's block, in a creative rut, not feeling inspired? You might just need to lay down for a little while and rest your eyes. Believe it or not, napping can enhance your creativity and solution thinking skills, according to research published in the journal Scientific Reports. Other research published in the journal Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences of the United States of America also supports that rapid eye movement, or REM sleep, could aid creative problem solving. Research suggests that taking a step back to rest and come back to whatever it was that you were doing could give you that kick you need. So whether you were trying to write, create art, solve an issue in your workplace, or some other goal or challenge, sleeping on it could serve you well. While it's easy to assume that lazy people are the ones who nap the most, some of the world's best athletes are in fact avid nappers. Why? Because napping has been associated with higher performances in athletes, according to research published in Scientific Reports. Another study from Frontiers in Physiology finds that athletes may benefit from 25, 35, or 45-minute naps before practice or competition. This is true even if they've had a full night's sleep. Whether you're going out for a run, hitting the gym, heading to a sports practice or a competition, a rest beforehand may do you good. Napping is wonderful, isn't it? It's so great that it may even be able to help you live longer, according to one study published in the journal Heart. That's because those who nap at least once or twice per week have a lower risk of fatal and non-fatal cardiovascular disease events.
I feel like napping is a skill. Like, can you weave hair or can you nap?
While it's clear that napping could lower your mortality risk, it's important to note that how long you nap also matters. Too much sleep could increase the risk of death from heart disease or stroke, according to the Journal of the American Heart Association. And as Johns Hopkins Medicine highlighted, oversleeping is associated with heart disease, obesity, depression, a greater risk of dying from a medical condition, and more. Sleeping well is linked to higher libido in women, according to research published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine. But it's not just women who experience the boost. Sleep also impacts sexual function in men, too, according to a study published in the World Journal of Men's Health. What's more, poor sleep may be at the root of erectile dysfunction. Researchers explained, while additional research is needed to elucidate the mechanisms by which sleep disorders cause sexual dysfunction, there is evidence that ED can be a consequence of several sleep disorders. We suggest that andrologists, urologists, and other physicians at clinic consider sleep disorders when they see patients with sexual dysfunction, especially given the fact that many sleep disorders are underdiagnosed. In other words, taking recovery naps when you haven't gotten adequate sleep might be the boost you need to get the, boost you need. Napping can be both a product of and a relief for depression. One major red flag that you or someone you love is feeling depressed is that you or they are sleeping the days away. Ever heard of depression naps? You know those naps you take to shut out the rest of the world? They can be dangerous. In fact, research published in BMC Public Health suggests there's an association between depression and daytime napping, as well as daytime dysfunction. Simon Rago, chief psychologist at the Montefiore Medical Center and Albert Einstein College of Medicine in New York City, told Health, if napping is being used to avoid doing or confronting difficult things, or is being done excessively while connected to depressed feelings or low energy, then it may be a symptom of a psychological disorder. Nevertheless, taking 10 to 20-minute naps are considered ideal and healthy, according to the National Sleep Foundation. And because insomnia and sleep deprivation are also symptoms of depression, napping during the day might be beneficial and even necessary. Obviously, sleep boasts a lot of benefits, one of which is improved gut health. According to research published in Frontiers in Psychiatry, there is considerable evidence showing that the gut microbiome not only affects the digestive, metabolic, and immune functions of the host, but also regulates host sleep and mental states. To boil it all down, there's a link between your gut health and your sleeping habits. And that's not all. The research suggests the worse sleep you get, the worse your gut health, and vice versa. Jamie Tarter, a professor and research director in Nova Southeastern University's College of Psychology, explained in Science Daily, given the strong gut-brain bidirectional communication, they likely influence each other. We think that poor sleep probably exerts a strong negative effect on gut health/microbiome diversity. We get it. You love to nap. We love to nap too. But all of us would benefit by considering how much and how long we doze. According to research published in the journal Sleep, napping for too long could potentially increase your risk of developing type 2 diabetes.
It could be the people who are napping are not getting enough sleep at night, which can lead to an increased appetite, increasing that risk for diabetes.
How long is too long? According to the National Sleep Foundation, this sort of depends on you and factors like your age and reasons for napping. The elderly, kids, and babies need to nap a lot more than adults, and people recovering from a lack of sleep or trying to get better from an illness also need more sleep. But on average, a healthy nap isn't longer than 20 minutes. Any less, and the nap won't do much of anything for you. Any more, and you give your body a chance to fall into a deep sleep. The foundation recommends setting an alarm so you don't accidentally oversleep. And don't be afraid to pencil naps into your daily routine. The National Sleep Foundation advises, think about what you hope to gain from your nap. When you set intentions, you can plan your nap around those goals. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Health Digest videos about healthy habits are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.